You never know when the world as we know it might shift beneath our feet. One day there's structure, order, and a functioning government. The next, chaos rules the streets, supply chains crumble, and every man, woman, and child becomes responsible for their own survival. Surviving government collapse isn't a matter of luck. It's about preparation, strategy, and the ability to adapt. For fellow survivalists, this is a call to sharpen your skills, build your resilience, and understand exactly what it takes to endure when society no longer guarantees your safety. Let's dive into 5 actionable methods that can give you an edge in such extreme conditions. You must secure multiple sources of water to survive when infrastructure fails. Water is life, and when municipal systems fail, access to clean water becomes a daily challenge. A single human needs a minimum of 1 gallon per day for drinking and another for hygiene. But survivalists planning for long-term collapse must aim for 2 to 3 gallons per person per day. Start by identifying natural water sources in your area, rivers, streams, lakes and springs, and then invest in reliable filtration methods. Gravity-fed filters, ceramic filters and portable pump systems can turn even murky water into a safe supply. Collecting rainwater in barrels is another practical strategy. A 50-gallon barrel can sustain a single person for weeks if rationed carefully. Remember, knowledge of local water sources combined with redundancy, like carrying chemical purification tablets or portable UV purifiers, is your lifeline. Don't wait for a crisis to realize your water supply is insufficient. Growing and storing your own food can protect you when supply chains break down. When grocery stores are empty and distribution halts, those who can feed themselves will thrive. Survivalists must develop skills in both cultivation and preservation. Start small with a backyard garden, using high-calorie, nutrient-dense crops like potatoes, beans and squash. These plants provide essential calories and can withstand moderate neglect, which is vital during stressful survival conditions. For longer-term sustainability, consider learning container gardening, hydroponics, or even guerrilla gardening on public land if necessary. Storage techniques are equally important. Dehydration, canning, and vacuum sealing allow you to preserve excess harvests for months or even years. For example, a combination of 1 bushel of potatoes carefully stored in a dark, cool cellar and a few pounds of beans can provide a family of 4 with a substantial portion of their caloric needs for weeks. The key is redundancy. Grow it, store it, and rotate your stock regularly to prevent spoilage. Mastering self-defense and tactical awareness is honestly essential when law enforcement disappears. In a world without a functioning government, personal security becomes non-negotiable. Survivalists, well, they need to develop a layered approach to defense. Physical conditioning, situational awareness, and basic tactical skills can make the difference between life and death. Firearms training is often necessary, but knowledge of improvised defensive tools, bows, crossbows, or even sturdy blunt instruments can supplement your options. Establish a secure perimeter around your home or bug-out location, using natural barriers and warning systems. A single well-prepared individual with knowledge of escape routes and local terrain can outmaneuver larger groups of unprepared people. Regular drills, like moving silently through wooded areas or responding to simulated threats, build instinctive reactions that are critical when panic spreads in a lawless environment. Bartering and forming resilient communities can provide stability when currency fails. Money loses value when the economy collapses, but skills, tools and consumables retain intrinsic worth. Survivalists should, cultivate skills that are universally valuable. First aid, mechanical repair, woodworking or food preservation, and stockpile tradable resources. For instance, 100 pounds of rice, 10 gallons of purified water or a carefully maintained set of hand tools can serve as currency in a barter economy. Beyond individual preparation, forming small, trustworthy communities multiplies survival potential. Groups can pool resources, share expertise, and defend each other. A network of 5 to 10 committed people, each with complementary skills, is far more resilient than a single, isolated individual. Regular meetings and drills, even informal, ensure that these networks are effective under stress. Mental resilience is as crucial as physical survival when chaos becomes the norm. Physical preparedness can keep you alive, but without mental toughness, survival becomes almost impossible. Long-term government collapse is mentally taxing. Isolation, uncertainty and constant stress can erode decision-making and morale. Survivalists must develop routines, maintain optimism and practice stress management techniques. Journaling, meditation or even structured daily tasks can give a sense of control and purpose. Moreover, knowledge is power. Familiarity with edible plants, navigation skills and first aid reduces panic and builds confidence. Simple exercises like mapping your surroundings or practicing night navigation with limited light reinforce mental sharpness. Remember, a calm, clear-headed individual will consistently outperform a panicked crowd in critical survival situations. Surviving government collapse is not about waiting for disaster to strike. It's about building the skills, systems and mindset that ensure you and your loved ones endure when the world shifts. Water, food, defense, barter networks and mental resilience form the backbone of long-term survival, and each requires deliberate preparation and practice. Start today, refine your strategies, and never underestimate the value of redundancy and skill mastery. Fellow survivalists, take control of your destiny, share this knowledge, and build a life that doesn't rely on external structures. If you found this guide valuable, make sure to subscribe and share it with others who take survival seriously. Because in uncertain times, knowledge shared is survival multiplied.